How to start a franchise. Platform, Ding Tea. Step 1. Self-evaluation. When someone wants to start a franchise business, there's a lot that can happen. When people want to start a franchise business, they need to understand their full potential of management and the risk they're willing to make for the business to strive firsthand. So during self-evaluation, some questions that come up could be, can you accept paying for the parts of the business? Or are you willing to take on the expenses for the business? How much of your time are you willing to spend to start a business? Ding Tea is a for-profit business, which means it produces goods and services to satisfy needs.
Step 2. Find a franchise consultant.
Having a franchise consultant can help with a lot of things because they can help with information that the internet does not provide. So they can provide their experiences on opening a franchise, and they can also give you advice that will help you start up a franchise. Fortunately, Ding Tea did not consult a franchise consultant, so they were pretty much on their own.
Step 3. Research.
Before submitting a franchise application, one has to do research on the area and the type of business they want to pursue. Location is a major part of that process because it can either help the business or lead it to, degrade.
Step 4. Attend a discovery day.
So basically, a discovery day is an in-depth meeting between the franchisor and one or more potential franchises. Often there are presentations of what the franchises offer and tours of the department. So they will teach you and they will show you how to start your own franchise. The Ding Tea owners said that they had to attend a discovery day so they were able to learn more about the business and the requirements that did come with it.
Step 5. Talk to other franchises.
It is important to talk to other franchises because it is important to ask them how they started up and ask them their experience because they most likely are going through the same thing that you are. The closest Ding Tea franchise from Loma Linda is the one in Westminster, where they found more information about the place.
Step 6. Find a suitable location.
If it was located in a place where there was low traffic or there was not many businesses around, not many customers will show, which is why location is a big factor for franchise. A franchisor will use the FDD to describe parameters for your location. Most franchises will already assist with the site selection, but if you do choose a place for your business on your own, the franchisor has to approve the location before you can move forward with your plans.
Step 7. Choose a franchise and secure fundings.
It is important to know what kind of franchise you're starting up and to make sure you have enough money to start that franchise. Ding Tea had a very pricey startup cost, which was $120,000, but that amount was spread throughout the entire store for its entirety.
Step 8. Sign the agreement.
It's extremely important that all paperwork and any type of paperwork gets approved and signed. Ding Tea, it took them approximately a month to get everything approved and signed before they could start their actual store.
Step 9. Supplies.
It's important to list out all the supplies you need in order to start a franchise. For example, the supplies needed for Ding Tea was boba, teas, milks, creamers, ice, sugar, and etc. Other externalities they needed was furniture, so all the chairs and tables that needed to be put in the actual shop, and they also had to pay for machinery that contributed to making the drinks and such.
Step 10. Training.
Prior to opening the franchise, Ding Tea had to train all of their new staff to have the human capital to be able to make the drinks and made sure they had the skills to make the drinks. The new hirees had to make it past the second interview in order to start their training. Once that was done, they gave their availability for training for 1 whole week. From 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. from Monday through Saturday, the workers were being taught the recipes for each drink on the menu and how to properly make and shake the drinks. On the last day of training, each employee was tested on 10 drinks off the menu. If one drink was made incorrectly, the employee was required to retrain.
Finally, step 11, the grand opening.
After having all the goods and human capital needed to open the business, such as finalizing all of the paperwork and getting it approved, or training all of the employees to make sure they have the right skills to fulfill their job, it is crucial to finally have a grand opening. Ding Tea had its grand opening around 5 months ago, and as of right now, its revenue has increased each month since it opened, and it even broke even with its initial costs and is currently making a lot of profit.
Why did you want to open a Ding Tea franchise?
Our dream was to open a boba tea house. We love Ding Tea because they have high quality tea and we wanted to be a part of the team.
What was your startup cost for your business?
Startup cost for our business was around $120,000.
Why did you choose Loma Linda as your location?
We chose Loma Linda as our location because Loma Linda doesn't really have many competitors. There are many high schools, universities, and hospitals around the area, so there would be more consumers.
Did you have to do a discovery day for your business?
Yes, we attended a discovery day where we learned more about the business and the requirements that came with it.
How long was your approval for your franchise?
The approval for our franchise took about 3 to 4 weeks in advance.
Did you have to pay for a royalty?
Yes, we did pay for a royalty and it gave us security and legal property to the franchise.
Did you have to take out bank loans? If so, what did you use the money for?
Even though Ding Tea had a startup cost of about $120,000, we did not take out a bank loan.
Did you pay rent for your building?
Yes, we do pay rent for the building.
On average, how much did your supplies cost?
On average, the cost for machinery, supplies, furniture, and other costs came out to be around $50,000 to $60,000.
Has your total revenue increased or decreased since opening?
Total revenue keeps increasing every month ever since we opened. In fact, we even broke even with our initial costs and continue to make more profits.